The distress beacon pulsed through the void, a desperate cry that rippled across star systems. Elsa stood on the bridge of the Valiant Dawn, her fingers dancing across the holographic interface as she decoded the alien transmission. The message was fragmentary, corrupted by distance and desperation, but its meaning was clear. An entire colony was dying. Captain Zia, we're picking up a Class 5 distress signal from the Kepler 442 system, Elsa reported, her voice steady, despite the adrenaline coursing through her veins. It's the Valarii. Their mining colony is under attack by the Kresh swarm. Zia turned from the viewport, his dark eyes reflecting the cold light of distant stars. At 28, he was young for a fleet captain, but humanity didn't have the luxury of waiting for gray hair and decades of experience. Not anymore. The galaxy had underestimated the species from Earth once. Only once. Distance? Zia asked. 17 light years? At maximum full drive, we could be there in 40 minutes. The rest of the fleet. Elsa's fingers flew across her console. The Harbinger and Defiant can rendezvous with us in 35 minutes. The Cerberus is dealing with raiders in the Andromeda sector. She won't make it. Zia nodded slowly. The Valarii were a peaceful species. Bird-like beings who had welcomed humanity into the Galactic Council with cautious optimism. Most other species had recoiled in horror when they learned where humans came from. A death world called Earth, where the gravity crushed, the predators hunted in packs, and even the weather could kill in 1,000 different ways. But the Valarii had seen something else. They had seen potential. Set course for Kepler 442, Zia commanded, and send a message to the Valarii colony. Tell them the humans are coming. The bridge crew erupted into coordinated chaos. Elsa felt her heart hammer against her ribs as she locked in the coordinates. This was what humanity did best, running toward danger while everyone else ran away. The Valiant Dawn dropped out of fold space at the edge of the Kepler 442 system, and the sight that greeted them would have paralyzed most species with fear. The Kresh swarm filled the void like a plague of metallic locusts. Millions of biomechanical drones, each the size of a fighter craft, swarmed around the Valarii colony station. The station's shields flickered weakly, failing section by section. Bodies, tiny feathered bodies, floated in the vacuum where hull breaches had vented atmosphere. Dear God, someone whispered. Elsa's jaw tightened. She had seen horrors before. Every human who left Earth had. Their world had taught them that the universe was cruel, unforgiving, and violent. But it had also taught them to fight back. Weapons hot, Zia ordered, his voice cold as the void. Target the densest concentrations. Elsa, I need you to find their hive ship. Nothing this coordinated operates without a central intelligence. On it. Elsa's hands blurred across her console, scanning through EM frequencies. The Kresh communicated through quantum entanglement, but their drones still needed physical direction. They're a massive signature hiding behind the system's asteroid belt. Found it. Transmitting coordinates now. The Harbinger and Defiant emerged from fold space, their weapon arrays already charging. 3 human warships against a swarm of millions. The odds would have made any civilized species surrender. Humanity had never been civilized. All ships, Zia broadcast. Remember what we're fighting for. Remember why we're here. These people called for help and we answered. Now let's show this swarm why you don't threaten our friends. The human fleet engaged. What followed would be analyzed in military academies for generations. The Deathworlders didn't fight like other species. They didn't maintain formation, didn't wait for shields to recharge, didn't calculate acceptable losses. They fought like their ancestors had fought on the African savanna, in the Pacific Islands, in the frozen tundra, with creativity, aggression, and absolute refusal to quit. Elsa coordinated targeting solutions faster than the Kresh could adapt. Zia piloted the Valiant Dawn through the swarm with maneuvers that would have killed any other species from the G-forces alone. Human pilots pushed their ships past safety limits, their Deathworld-forged bodies enduring acceleration that would have liquefied Valarii organs. The Harbinger launched kinetic kill vehicles, crude weapons that most advanced species had abandoned millennia ago. But humans understood something the galaxy had forgotten. Sometimes the simplest solution was the best. Tungsten rods moving at relativistic speeds didn't need fancy technology. They just needed mass and velocity. Thousands of Kresh drones disintegrated. Their hive ship is moving, Elsa called out. It's trying to retreat. Like hell, Zia growled. He pushed the Valiant Dawn into a suicide run, engines screaming, targeting the hive ship's quantum entanglement core. Elsa, transfer all power to forward shields. Everything we have. Zia, if we hit them at this speed, we'll survive. We always do. That's what makes us human. Elsa smiled fiercely and rerouted the power. The ship groaned, her frame never designed for this kind of abuse. But she held together. Human engineering, built by a species that had to over-design everything because their world tried to kill them daily. The Valiant Dawn struck the hive ship like a meteor, and the Kresh swarm died. When the battle ended, silence fell across the system. The Valeri survivors emerged from their damaged station, their large eyes wide with disbelief. They had sent a distress call expecting nothing. Most species ignored calls from dying colonies. Too dangerous, too costly, but the humans had come. The Deathworlders had come. Elsa stood beside Zia on the bridge, watching as rescue shuttles launched toward the station. Her hands were shaking now, adrenaline fading, replaced by exhaustion. "We saved them," she whispered. Zia nodded. "We did, and word will spread. The galaxy will know when you call for help, humans answer." Across the galaxy, in 1,000 different systems, species who had dismissed humanity as violent primitives felt something new. Respect. And perhaps for the first time, hope. The Deathworlders had arrived, and the galaxy would never be the same.